Tamaira, this is your feedback on task 3C, the chroma key and effects section of the report. Just a quick skim. I can see this is very detailed, and we've got some examples and specific screen captures. So you've mentioned here about using chroma and effects, you've mentioned hyperreality, and you've described what's happening in here. So this is, yeah, good. You mentioned this. This is starting to get a little, well, I suppose this, yeah, this is relevant, I suppose, to what you've discussed. You're mentioning about it being viral. So, and you've defended that as a reason why it was successful, so that's fine. I think you maybe need to just elaborate on that a bit to explain about, you know, do people actually watch this because of the fact that it is impressive to watch, you know, it is about the style and about the kind of effects they've used. So again, that's partly a distinction response that you need to develop. Are music videos over-reliant on chroma key and effects nowadays to be interesting to watch? So you've kind of set that up there. Here you've given me some references to the lyrics and how they've visualised that on screen. Again, what you could do is discuss the fact that, you know, without a green screen this would be impossible to make. Here you've got some example of the unsuccessful one. Okay, so you've described what's in the video. You talked about the hyperreality effect. Doesn't really discuss why it's unsuccessful though. So again, I don't think you've really hit the criteria there for the merit in that. I don't think really you've kind of discussed, sorry, the distinction. I don't think you've really explained or justified with specific detailed evidence why this is an unsuccessful version. And when it does use chroma key, what I would do is I'd refer you to that list here. First of all, I'd refer you to the video, which kind of gives its opinion as to why it's not good. But also I'd refer you to this, which is the PowerPoint that I put on here for your report. These are reasons we would want to use green screen that I would like you to have embedded in your report. Now, you mentioned unreal, which is hyperreality and the exaggerated, with things like focusing on the artist or the illusion of being somewhere else, or a clear visual aesthetic that represents emotions or the kind of type of music. I don't really have that in there, and I know we spoke about things like, you know, his image being quite wild and sort of American and all that. So I think you could go into more detail there. Again, in terms of why it wasn't convincing, yeah, okay, there is some justifications to the fact this is unconvincing. Yeah, so I'd say you're in the merit at the moment, but it needs a bit more detail in this if you're going to sort of push this any further, I think, towards that. One of the key things you want, as I said, you want to discuss with the distinction is, you know, are music videos now more over-reliant on chroma key and effects than they used to be, which was based on the prep work that we did, which is where we talked about how, for example, Michael Jackson pioneered green screening, or the director for his video pioneered green screening, and also its prominence in the use of music videos these days. Okay, so probably a sort of merit at the moment, kind of in the mid-end, needs a bit more in terms of justifying and explaining the use of them. The other thing as well is it's very focused on chroma key, not so much effects, so I would have expected a bit more in terms of like the actual effects that have been put over these as well. Okay, thank you.